Okay, welcome to Haba Naija. So I'm going to be showing you how to post an article on Haba Naija using the WordPress. Now the first thing you do is you click on this speedometer icon that that's on your top left corner. You click on that, then you click on dashboard. You wait for that to load, so it takes you to this page. Then you click on the three horizontal lines here. You click on that, then you look for posts. That is posts right there. You click on post, then you click on add post since you are adding a new article. So you click on add posts and you wait for that to load as well. So yes, on this interface, this is how it's going to appear both on your phone and on your system. So what you are going to do right here is you are going to click on use default editor, and now you have the space to type in your article. You can come here to type in your title, just like that. But I won't be typing an article right now. I already have it on my clipboard, so I'll just paste. Yeah, just like that. I've pasted the article. So this article is about Real Madrid versus Manchester City. So the first sentence there is what I'm going to use as my title. So I'll just click on Real Madrid versus Manchester City preview. Excuse me. Let me just take this away. So that's how it's going to be. So that is our title, and our title is the H1. That is the heading 1. Your title will always be the heading 1. So moving on, this is the something like the introductory paragraph. So right here, but I want to just give space, like make it like a separate paragraph, just like that. Then for recent head-to-head meetings, that is another topic on its own, and that are like not topic, they are subtopic. So you just click on it, then you click on this icon that looks like this icon on the left corner, the bottom left corner. That one, yes, that one. You click on heading, and you can switch the heading if you want to switch it, but this heading is going to be heading 2, and if you want to switch it, that place where there is H2, you just click on it, H2. Then if you want to change it to heading 3, you can change it to heading 3. If you want to change it to heading 4, you can change it to heading 4, heading 5, heading 6. And remember, I said our title is the only H1 you are going to have. So in the body of your article, you can't have any other H1. Everything else can be H2, H3, H4, but never can you have another H1. So for this one, it's going to be H2. That is for recent head-to-head meetings, and it has H2. Now I'm going to just adjust this and this. I would like to I would like to add bullet points to this paragraph here. It says here are the last 5 head-to-head matches between the two clubs in the Champions League. So on the 19th of February 2025, Real Madrid won 3-1. So I would like to add a bullet point here. When you click behind that, you can hide your keyboard. Click on that same icon, the first one, then you click on list. You can see there's a bullet point behind it now. You can go to the next one, hide your keyboard, click on this icon again, you click on lists, the next one, when you have the bullet points, you can just remove one. Like this one, you can just click on backspace on your keyboard. So that's how you add bullet points. And you can, if you want to bold the text, you can just highlight them, hide your keyboard, then you can see the B bold. You can just click on that, then go to the next one, hide your keyboard, click on bold, then to the next one, hide your keyboard again, you click on bold, the next one, and for the last one you do that as well. So you continue with your article. Separate. Okay, no, you don't have to separate this. You can just leave. You can leave it like that. Then this is another subtopic, Champions League history. So this is going to be H2 as well, since it's another subtopic on its own. It's not under this subtopic, but it's under this article, but not under the subtopic. We are not continuing this subtopic anymore. So this is a new subtopic on its own. So it's going to be H2. So you can see H2. So it's on H2 already. Then you continue to edit. Madrid 15 Champions League title, Manchester City 1 Champions League title. And this is the space, okay. Alright, now we are going to another subtopic, which is Manchester City's current form. So as usual, that is going to be H2 again, since we are talking about Manchester City's current form. H2, can space this out, and the same for that. Then it goes to Real Madrid's current form, that's H2 as well, because it's about Real Madrid. So H2 as well. Now we have another subtopic here. Okay, wait, before that, let me adjust this and this. Okay, so here we have another subtopic, which is possible injury concern. That's another H2. Now, this is how you know H2, H3, H4, and so on. Under possible injury concerns, both teams could be missing important players for this round of 16 clash. Then Real Madrid injury list. As you can see, this is another subtopic, but it is still under possible injury concerns because it's talking about Real Madrid injury list. So this is going to be H3. You click on the H2, then you click on H3. You can see it is a little bit smaller than the possible injury and the possible injury concerns. So these are the possible players that might miss out the match. You might want to just add bullet point as well to that. Okay, I'm just going to pause the video and just add bullet point like I did earlier. Okay, now I'm done adding bullet points to those players with injury for Real Madrid. Remember, this is H2, possible injury concerns, that's H2. Then Real Madrid injury list, that's H3, because it is under possible injury concerns. So this is for Manchester City injury situation. Then that's going to be H3 as well, since it's talking about the injured players for Manchester City. It switched that to H3. So I was going to add bullet points to the players too, but Manchester City seem to be having all their players fit, or let me say all their senior players fit. So no need for that. Then the next subtopic is what happens after the round of 16. That's H2, because it is not talking about injury anymore. So it's going to be H2. Then conclusion as well, that's going to be H2. Yeah, so I think that's about that. So this is a quick one. As you can see, this Real Madrid, it is kind of in another color and it is underlined. So is Manchester City there. What happened there is I have attached or inserted an external link to it. So Real Madrid, I have inserted an external link. As you can see, I clicked on it now, and that is the link I added into that text talking about Real Madrid. Then for Manchester City too, I added an external link, which is the official page for Manchester City. So I inserted the links into them. That's why it's like that. So let me show you how I did that. I will use this one as an example, this Manchester City up here. When you want to add link, you can highlight like that, hide your keyboard so you can see this thing. Then you click on the second icon after the bold icon there. You can see B, then a kind of I, then the next one that looks like a chain. That is the link button. So you click on that. Then you might have gone to Wikipedia to copy the link talking about Manchester City, or maybe you want to use the official page of Man City, so you can just copy that from their site. But I'm just going to type it in, since I know it is www.mancity.com. Go. Yeah, so that's it. I've inserted the link into it. I can do the same for Real Madrid too. It's just going to be www.realmadrid.com, or you can go ahead to open a new tab, use Google, search for Real Madrid. You can copy from Wikipedia, or you can copy from their official site. You can also do that for Champions League as well. You can just try to insert link into the text and just type www does I think it's UEFA. I think it's UEFA.com for Champions League. You can just do that and click on enter. So that's it. It's just, and if you want to remove the link, you can do that by clicking on the text where you have inserted the link and going back to click on that link symbol again. That's it. It's off like that. So that's how you insert link into texts. Okay, so the next thing I'll be showing you is how to attach image into your article. So let's say after this introduction part, I want to add an image right above this subtopic, that's recent head-to-head meetings. So I'll just come here, then I'll click on enter, like this paragraph. Yeah, so when you see this, that means you can type in a new paragraph, or you can add an image. So for you to add an image here using your phone, initially, if it was your PC, it's going to show you a plus icon on the right side. But because it is on your phone now, you can just double click on that space there. You can see now you have the plus icon showing on the right side of your screen. So you just click on that, and you can choose gallery or image, anyone. If you want to upload from your mobile phone, from your gallery, you can upload. But if you want to use images that we've used before, you can just go to media library. But since it's a new article, you are going to be uploading from your mobile phone directly. So let me just show you how you do that. You click on upload, it takes you to your gallery, so you can choose to upload from here. But I'm not going to do that. I'm also going to show you how you can upload from the media library. So the media library it has all the pictures we've used, all the pictures we have used for articles in the past. So I'm just going to pick one and pretend it's for this article I'm writing. So that's it. The image has been attached into it. So you can see, when you see the title, read the introduction part, then you come across the image, then you continue to read. If you want to add another image right here, you just do the same. Click on this place, enter, double click, the plus button is showing here. You click on it, click on image, click on media library or upload, then you just choose the image, then select. Yeah, so that's about adding image as well. So for your image, you might want to add alt text to it, just to show, just to summarize the text that summarize what is in the image. So once you click on the image, you are going to click on that icon next to publish, the one before publish, the icon in between preview and publish. That is what you are going to click right now. When you click that, you can see alternative text. That's your hot text. So what is in the picture? We have, let's pretend it's a graphics for Real Madrid versus Manchester City. So you just type in Real Madrid versus Manchester City. Remember, you can only access this alternative text in the block page. You don't have to go to posts for anything yet. We are still coming to that later. But for you to add alternative text, it is under block. Once you click on the image, then you go to this icon here that I mentioned in between preview and publish. You click on that, then you insert your alternative text. Now if you want to go back to your article, just click on that icon again, so it takes you back. So let's add alternative text to the second image as well. You click on the image, you click on that icon in between publish and preview. You can see this one comes with it because we have used it before and that is the word we used. So I'm just going to click on that icon again. Now you see these images I have added into the article. You cannot see them until you open the article, but there are articles that before you open them you can see pictures attached to it. It's something like a profile picture for the article. So this is the way you are going to do that same icon. I'm not clicking on any image, I'm not clicking on anything here. So that same icon in between preview and publish, that icon is called the settings. It's called settings icon. So you can just click on it, then you will go to posts. Now I'm trying to show you how to set featured image. That's like the profile picture for this article. So you click on set featured image. Now, like I mentioned before, you can just go and pick from your gallery. You can upload from there if you already have the picture ready. But for now, I'll just pretend I have it here. So I'm going to click on this, then I'll click on set featured image. So before you open this article, when I publish it, before you open it, this is the image you're going to be seeing. Then once you open it and you start to read, that's when you're going to see this one, then this one. But the one you see as a sort of profile picture is the featured image. As it is called, the featured image. And now under this same post, you can come down to categories right here. Sometimes it might not be open like this, it might be closed, so you just have to open that to see different categories. So you have to choose a category for your article. Now I'm talking about sports because I've written about Real Madrid versus Manchester City in my article. So you just come down here, look for sports, look for football, then you look for predict and win, because I want it to show on the slider in our home page. I want it to show on that slider. That's why I'm choosing predict and win. So any article you want to post and you want it to appear on that slider, just click on predict and win. if the category for your article is religion, you click on religion, and if you want it to appear on that slider in our homepage, click on predict and win. So that's that about that. I'm going to go back to sports and football. So that's just that. Then for tag, since I'm writing about football, I can just use football. Then you can see separate with comma. You can just click on comma, then Real Madrid, comma, Man City, comma, sports, comma, Champions League. You just continue to use words that are related to the article, then you use comma to separate them. So that's that about that as well. So now let's move into the SEO parts. Now for the SEO, we have focus key phrase. Okay, now let me show you a quick thing. This SEO, you can see the emoji next to it is red and it is looking sad, but for readability it is smiling. That's because I might have done a good job here. That's why the readability is smiling. So for SEO as well, for you to change the face of the emoji from being sad to being happy, you have to insert your focus key phrase, the slug, and your meta description. So for the focus key phrase, all you need to do is just come here and use your title as the focus key phrase. You don't have to change anything. The focus key phrase is going to be your title is going to be your focus key phrase. So you just paste that into it. You can see the SEO, the emoji next to the SEO is beginning to change. Now it has a straight face. It's not sad anymore. It's just there. So for slug, if you want it to generate the slug for you, the WordPress can do that for you. So what you need to do is save as draft. I'm going to rotate my phone so you can see it. It's actually there before the preview. That sign like upload to cloud. I think that's the save as drafts. But I'm going to show you when I just rotate my screen like this. Yes, you can see it now. Save draft. So when you click on save drafts, you wait for it to notify you that it has been saved. Okay, then I can just go back. Can you see now we have this log in it has been generated automatically by WordPress. Now for meta description, you can just, it's a summary of your article, the whole article, but it's going to be a summary of it. I'll just say Real Madrid versus Manchester City preview. You can see the SEO is now beginning to smile. Yeah, so that's how you go about it. Real Madrid versus Manchester City preview. And I also talked about current form of both teams. I also talk about injury concerns, Champions League history, then you can just use words that are present in your article. Round of 16. So I think I'm going to leave it like that. We have SEO smiling now. We have reliability smiling now. And if for instance you've done all this, written your article, and your readability is not smiling, you can just click on that readability and you see what WordPress wants you to improve. So I'll just click on readability so you can see. Problem, this one problem here is always going to be there, so you can't change it. It's always going to be there. So for improvements, passive voice, 12.7% of the sentences contain passive voice, which is more than the recommended maximum of 10, which means I have used more than the recommended volume of passive voice in my article. And transition words also, that's another improvement I could have made. So it's only 22.2% of the sentences contain transition words, which is not enough. So if I want to improve on that, I'll just go back to my article, I'll read through, then I'll add transition words to where they should be. So for good results, we have consecutive sentences, we have subheading distribution, we have paragraph length. There are no paragraphs that are too long. So that is why I was separating these paragraphs here. That is why I was doing that, because if you leave everything clustered, it's going to count as one paragraph and it's going to be too long. So you just have to just separate them. That's so it will not become a problem in your readability. So I guess that's that about that. And for SEO, if you want to read the analysis, you can just come down here, click on SEO analysis and scroll down. Okay, this one still shows that I have 3 problems with my SEO, which is the key phrase in introduction. Your key phrase or its synonyms do not appear in the first paragraph. This is my key phrase, so which means my key phrase did not appear in the first paragraph. You can just adjust that. Once you do that, it is going to, this first problem here is going to remove from there. Then for key phrase density, the key phrase was found 0 times. That's less than recommended minimum of 2 times for a length of this text. A text of this length rather. So you can just go back to adjust that as well. Then key phrase in subheading, use more key phrases or synonyms in your H2 and H3 subheadings. So that's about that. So if you want to make the improvements, you can do that, but I'm just showing you this. I don't want it to get too long. So okay, let me separate this as well. Looks sort of clustered. Oh, okay, yes, this is one of the issues encountered on trying to post article on your phone. Sometimes it might just stop. I'm trying to click right now, but it is not clicking. So what you have to do, don't forget to come back here, save. You don't have to panic. It happens like that on your phone, whereby you try to click and it's not just coming up. So what you do is save. Now it has notified me that has been saved. Then you refresh. It's still loading. Yes, it's back up now. As you can see, I can now click on a block right now. But sometimes even after you refresh, it might still be like that. It might not allow you to click on anything, so you just continue to refresh like that. So I'm coming down to conclusion, and just separate that. Yeah, I think that's fine. So yeah, like I mentioned, if you want to add internal link, so I can just say read Manchester, okay, or read the UEFA Champions League journey so far. On Haba Naija. So let's say I have an article that talks about how the Champions League has been going on our own website here on Haba Naija. I'll just go there. You see that, to copy the link. I'll copy the link, then just like I showed you before, click on that chain, then you hold that, then paste the link. So that's how it's going to be. But I just want to show you that. So I think that's everything. If you master this well, I think it's going to be very easy for you to also post articles on using your system, because this is like not so convenient like posting article on system, on your system. So I think that's that about that. So once you want to publish, let me see, am I leaving anything else out? Posts, the featured images there, the SEO analysis is good, readability analysis is good. Yes, so I guess that's all. Yes, that's all. So once you are done, you can just come to publish. So you can publish. I'm not going to publish it because I don't want to. You can publish it. Here you can see visibility, public, publish immediately. If you want to just schedule, like you want to post it tomorrow by 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. or 8 a.m. anytime you want to publish it, you can just come here, change the dates, and change the time right here. So once you do that and you publish it, and you can see schedule. So once you do that, it's going to, I've cancelled it. I don't want to schedule that. So the time, the date you choose is going to be effective once you just do that. Okay, I guess that's about that. Let me change this back to immediately. Now let's see. Let's just say I have published it. You can see the preview button. You click on preview just to see how the article is going to look if you publish it. So I'm going to click on preview. It's going to open that in another tab for you just to see how it's going to look like if you publish. So it's a very good one. So you can just use it before you publish. You can just use it and see how your article looks like before publishing. Now this table of contents is here because I used my H1, my H2, my H3. Remember, for recent head-to-head I used H2. For Champions League history I used H2. For Manchester City's current form, H2. Real Madrid's current form, H2. Possible injury concerns, H2. But for Real Madrid injury list I used H3, which is why it is 5.1. Then for Manchester City's injury situation I used H3 also, which is why it is 5.2. So that's how it's going to. I think you should understand how the H1, H2, H3 works like that. So that's how the article is going to look like once you publish. So that's how it's going to look like once you publish. I think that's all about publishing an article on Haba Naija.